about to have Mad Fiddlu in the studio for the second time, and they are a Swedish traditional music band. There's 2 nyckelharpas and guitar.
My name is Bart Brashears. I'm an atmospheric scientist by day and a nyckelharpa player by night. I formed this band 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. We play Swedish traditional folk music and some Norwegian stuff thrown in a little bit on the side. The name of the band is Mad Fiddlu, which is a little phrase that I ripped out of a legal text from about the year 1250. It's super geeky. The phrase was "Den som går med giga eller far med fiddlu." So, he who walks with fiddles or travels with hurdy-gurdies or drums. It was basically the legal definition of the wandering itinerant musician in the Middle Ages. And then it went on to explain what that person's rights were, and they were pretty minimal. The nyckelharpa has 16 strings, and each note has an individual key that slides up and down underneath the strings, and it has a perpendicular piece of wood, a tangent, that reaches up, it's like a fret, and stops the string and shortens it. I have 3 rows of keys for the 3 keyed strings, and then there's 12 sympathetic vibration strings tuned to the 12 notes of a chromatic scale. So whatever note I play, it keeps ringing. So you get this great ringing aura thing. And I think that's because in the late medieval period and through the Renaissance, this was a peasant instrument, really. It was farmers who made these things, and they didn't have the skills to make a resonant cavity very well, so they added the extra strings to give it the resonance. And then kind of later on in the game, they picked up the ideas of Stradivarius and applied that same concept of the fiddle, of how to do it with a bass bar and a sound post and all that kind of stuff. That was in the not until the 1920s that they applied that. Before the 1920s, the instrument sounded more like this. This is the contrabass harpa. It's a sort of a reproduction, kind of a like conglomeration reproduction of several museum pieces. The coolest thing about this instrument is you can play in major, of course. You can play in traditional minor. And you can play in something in between. I have two extra keys that are blues notes, the notes that are in between the notes on the piano. So it's between a B flat and a B and a C and a C sharp. So it works out for the keys of A and the keys of G. You can play these blues notes on them. And that's a couple of historical instruments that survived to modern times that had that.
So yeah, I think if you'd like to try one, I'm ready to go. Nice job. How'd that feel?
I know one.
You could go to a second take, or you could listen to this one it's very rare. The first take on the first day is like the first waffle, you know. So.
My name is John Peakstock, and with me at Fiddlu I play the guitar and this thing called the Saturn. I'm sort of the rhythm section. Bart and Anna provide the melodies and the harmonies, and I provide rhythms and chord. I just gravitated to the sound of this music. There's something about the melodies and the rhythms that just really rattle my heart and kick me in the gut all at the same time and stimulate my brain and everything.